Ladies and gentlemen, under the motion assuming technology exists, this House will forcibly return his memory. Before I try to convince you on how this motion should not stand, ladies and gentlemen, firstly, let's give some rebuttals toward a proposal, such kind of proposal brought by the first speaker coming for the government bench, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, yes, he tried to compare the old family has 2 kids, the new family has no kid, ladies and gentlemen. So, but we know that the girl in his new life, ladies and gentlemen, also has family, also has parents, ladies and gentlemen. When they get married, ladies and gentlemen, the family of the woman no this Jeff, ladies and gentlemen. The family of the woman has already told everyone, hey, this is my new husband, everyone. This is my new love, everyone. How can we simply ignore that kind of thing, ladies and gentlemen? Only in the case of they have 2 kids, ladies and gentlemen. Not now. Okay, that's my first point, ladies and gentlemen. Second of all, ladies and gentlemen, government. He said that government is the only one is only going to fix his memory, ladies and gentlemen, not to force him to come back to his old life, ladies and gentlemen. But the situation given in this motion, ladies and gentlemen, that Jeff itself refused his mind to be refused to reintroduce to his love, ladies and gentlemen. So it means that since the beginning of this motion, Jeff do not agree whatever to do to his self, ladies and gentlemen. Means that he has happy with his new life, ladies and gentlemen. Indirectly, the government has already forced them in the first place, ladies and gentlemen. And my third rebuttal is that how this government going to connect both family, ladies and gentlemen. How the old family will be connected to the new family. Say, ladies and gentlemen, which woman want to get the share love, ladies and gentlemen? Can you guarantee that when they go to their when Jeff go to his old family, ladies and gentlemen, his new family will happy? Oh, okay, you go to your old family. I think it's not sad, ladies and gentlemen. Both women have different life. They have different needs. They have different needs in love, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot simply our love. How can we guarantee that the Jeff can share his love, can share his responsibility fairly, ladies and gentlemen? Think about that kind of thing, ladies and gentlemen. And now welcome to my first argument, ladies and gentlemen, on how we believe that this motion should not be stand, ladies and gentlemen. Because first, we believe choice cannot be dictated, ladies and gentlemen. What we mean by this kind of thing, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, government has no right to dictate his citizen, ladies and gentlemen, because his citizen has already have their own choice, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, they do such kind of thing. They use this kind of new technology to the good thing of this citizen, ladies and gentlemen. But when the citizen refuse it in the first place, ladies and gentlemen, government has no right to continue his help, ladies and gentlemen. Say the analogy is going to be like this, ladies and gentlemen. When a doctor when the patient to be cured, but the patient refuses it, ladies and gentlemen, will the doctor still cure the patient, ladies and gentlemen? Or such kind of an operation, when doctor want to do an operation, but they want to be operated, don't want to do operation, does the operation will also continue, ladies and gentlemen? Think about that kind of thing, ladies and gentlemen. And another is that the people itself, the new people, say Jeff, the name Jeff, he has a right to get the new life, ladies and gentlemen. And also, he has to obey the destiny given by the God, ladies and gentlemen. That his life destiny, ladies and gentlemen, on how he will find another life, because of the accident, ladies and gentlemen. So, Jeff have to make sure himself, this is my new destiny, and I have to walking through that kind of destiny, ladies and gentlemen. That's my first point of view, ladies and gentlemen. My second argument is about a good purpose ladies and gentlemen. But the motion states that this house will forcibly return. So means that the government, through the new technology, forcibly, whether Jeff agree or not, will change, will reintroduce him to his old memory, ladies and gentlemen. And we believe that even if this kind of thing is a good purpose from the government, but the good purpose will not working through the forcefulness, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, government help the citizen through the forcefulness will not working because of what, ladies and gentlemen? We believe that why forcefulness will not working, ladies and gentlemen? Because this kind of policy will harm the government and the family itself, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, when the government force him to change his mind, ladies and gentlemen, how if his new family sue the government? How can you simply take them to his own life? This is new life. Sue the new life. Sue the government is endanger the government and also endanger his new family, ladies and gentlemen. So this kind of policy cannot be done if it is not fair each other, ladies and gentlemen. And also this kind of thing indirectly hurt and put them in dilemma to choose, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Bill got a dilemma. When their memories is being come back, which one should I choose? Oh my God, I love this. Indirectly we hurt him, ladies and gentlemen. He will think which one should I choose? So this will not working, ladies and gentlemen, when this kind of thing will only hurt him, ladies and gentlemen. So means that in the beginning the government has forced him, but government get nothing, ladies and gentlemen. So because we believe choice cannot be dictated and a good purpose will not working through forcefulness, we are proud to oppose this motion. Thank you.
Okay, the next we will invite the second speaker from the government team. Time is yours.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the second speaker from the government team. First, let's give some rebuttal to the opposition bench. You said that we need to think about the feeling of the new family, about the new wife, and also about another family member. But, ladies and gentlemen, you just something like think about the one side important, the important thing of the one side, ladies and gentlemen. You just like to ignore the condition of the first family, ladies and gentlemen, who already suffered because of this man already live this family, ladies and gentlemen. Let's think, ladies and gentlemen, this man get an accident because of traveling because of just alone, ladies and gentlemen. It means that it's something like sure to us that this man is something like just ignore the family first also, ladies and gentlemen, and see that so because of that, ladies and gentlemen, because of if we are thinking about who more important we think or who more important we get into we give the attention, ladies and gentlemen, about the old the first family, ladies and gentlemen. The first family is about he already have a children, ladies and gentlemen, and we know about this family is get a suffer because of live with this man, ladies and gentlemen. So because of that, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot simply just because of we need to think about the second family. Because of that, we cannot return this man memories, ladies and gentlemen. And also, ladies and gentlemen, you said that the government have no right to dictate the people's choice if they refuse that, ladies and gentlemen. But ladies and gentlemen, the government already something like have to think about this problem firstly, ladies and gentlemen. The government already think about how to make a decision first, ladies and gentlemen. And we are as a people or as a community, we cannot simply that because of that we are not disagree with this decision, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot simply that we refuse that, and we cannot something like when the government something like make a rule, ladies and gentlemen, and we are something like who first the people, ladies and gentlemen, like the main rule in Indonesia, for example, and because of we are unaccept this rule, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot simply that we can erase this rule, ladies and gentlemen. So because of that, ladies and gentlemen, we believe that the government have the right to dictate people choice, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's come to my first argument. We believe that we need to firstly be written his memories because this man has an obligation and responsibility for his children in the first family, ladies and gentlemen. Why I say that, ladies and gentlemen? The status quo show to us that the whole family already suffer because of lived by this man, ladies and gentlemen. They don't get to suffer because why I say that, ladies and gentlemen? We know about this condition, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this family must struggle for their life because of this man already lived there, ladies and gentlemen. Because of that, ladies and gentlemen, we know about the children needed or the children right, ladies and gentlemen, about the money and also about the love, ladies and gentlemen. First about the money, ladies and gentlemen, we can imagine that when this man leave this family, ladies and gentlemen, and she just not give something like money for this family, ladies and gentlemen, they're just something like survive for their life, but the money is not only for the eat, also for their school and another thing in their life, ladies and gentlemen. So we believe that, ladies and gentlemen, when we return his memories, ladies and gentlemen, we not force theirs or to going to the first family, ladies and gentlemen, but we are something like make a comparison for himself, ladies and gentlemen, to give something like a responsibility for the first family, for something like that, give the money for this family, every month for their life, for buying food, for something like for the school or something like that, ladies and gentlemen. And also, ladies and gentlemen, because of that, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot simply that make sure that when this man already get his memories, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot simply that this man will go to the first to first family, ladies and gentlemen, or to the old family, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot simply say that, ladies and gentlemen, but we want to make sure that this man already get something, these memories, and something like because of this create a new something. Create, yes, please.
How can you guarantee that both new family and old family will happy through this division, ladies and gentlemen?
Okay. But, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, that we need also to think about the first family, ladies and gentlemen. If we are not give his memories, ladies and gentlemen, it means that we let this first family get a suffer, ladies and gentlemen, get no love and get no money, ladies and gentlemen, from this father, ladies and gentlemen, because we know about the task of this father or the death of this father actually is to giving the money and also about to giving a love and to give the attention for the family, ladies and gentlemen. And also, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, that when we are giving his memories again, ladies and gentlemen, and there is something like, okay, I have a family first, and they already give me what's the act of the life, and they're already, that with me since I'm from the low until now, how I now, and because of that, I have a children now. I cannot simply that not give the money for my children for their life. How can they survive without money from me? So because of that, ladies and gentlemen, we need to return his memories for something like to make a decision or something better situation for the first family, ladies and gentlemen. And also, ladies and gentlemen, the responsibility of this man is not only about the money, ladies and gentlemen, but also about the love, ladies and gentlemen, about the love, ladies and gentlemen. We know that since this man already leave this family, ladies and gentlemen, these children already not get a love from their father, ladies and gentlemen. We know that children is the age, it's very important for our life, it's something like a development age, it's the whole age, ladies and gentlemen. These children need the love from their father, or because of why, ladies and gentlemen, father is one of the important people in our life, ladies and gentlemen. Because of why, ladies and gentlemen, this man will give him something like the good example for his children, ladies and gentlemen. So because of that, ladies, because of the love, ladies and gentlemen, because of this these children not get a love, ladies and gentlemen, we can say that there will get something like the bad future, because of the psychology of children is really something like important for their age, ladies and gentlemen. So we can imagine that when this man already leave this family, ladies and gentlemen, the children something like got no attention from his fathers, who is very important in their life, ladies and gentlemen. So Because of that, ladies and gentlemen, when we are returning his memories, ladies and gentlemen, we believe that this man will give you something like love. I mean, that to pay all people who not give love as long since they live this family, ladies and gentlemen. So because of that, ladies and gentlemen, because of this man has an obligation to content about the money and also love, ladies and gentlemen, we believe this motion should be stand.
Yeah.
Next, I will invite the second speaker from the opposition team, time issue.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, first I want to give some rebuttal to the government teams. First, the second speaker from government team said, we demand their memories from the husband is to, because they has the obligation and responsibility to the children in the old family. But the obligation and responsibility is not only by the father, but also by the mothers itself. When the fathers go, or when the fathers losing by the accidents go away and the family didn't know anything about the fathers, so the mothers will be fulfill their need, fulfill their children, to fulfill their family needs, and it's not being it's not a big problem. So thank you. And the mother will be prepare everything to and the mothers and you said the children it's fault of children, the fathers not give the children the love and love or responsibility, but in this case is this the accidents the fathers, in fact the fathers the accidents the got by the father, so it's not fault of the fathers, and sometimes the mother will be talking with the children and they will talk and the fathers will pass away, so you don't have to think anything about the fathers. You have to have the new life with the family, the mother's family, and others people. No, thank you. Okay, that's my argument. First, the government for protecting his memory is sound like the government go too far to the children's life, to the citizen life. It's make the government is too much thinking about the family, about the background of life in the citizens, and it's make the people itself being the confused or something like will be fooled by the government itself. It's make their life will be more bad, because the government will tell them, will force them to return his memories, and it's not good for the new life itself and the old life and the old family. So when the government want to preserve his memories, it's make they have more decisions as it's make it's hurt as my itself. It makes there has more decisions because in the sometimes they if they return his memories, and sometimes they has the right to fulfill their need in the old family, and sometimes they also need to fulfill the need in the new life. So it makes the destruction is in the both of family itself, and it's make a bad life for the father, for the man itself. No, thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. When the governments want to retain his memory, so it's not guaranteed that the new family will accept this decisions, this choice, because they need to get the love. The wife need to get loved by their husband, and it's not easy to take away the husband to go to the old family. So because of that, we as the opposition team not agree with this motion. Thank you for attention.
Okay. Next, we will invite the third speaker from the government team. Time is short.
Well, what's up, people? Before I'm going to my team summarize, let me give some rebuttal to opposite team. The first speaker from the opposite team said that it seems like we dictate their life because in beginning Jeff refused to reintroduce to their family, to their old life. But you must know, in that time Jeff don't know about his old life, and based on the situation, Jeff's old life is happy life. So I think this is just because Jeff don't know what kind of his old life, but he's just afraid to know that his own life is bad life. So he just afraid to know about that. But in fact, his old life is a good life, is happy life. So that's why government need to forcibly to remind him about his old life, what is old memorized. And the first speaker of opposite team said that how can if we connect both of family, it can be fair. Let's compare. How can if we don't give chance to old family, to Jeff to know his old family, how can it be fair to old family? Let's compare. If we want to connect them, and how can Jeff be fair to both of family, and how can it be compared? How can it be fair to old family if Jeff at all don't know nothing about their old family? Let's compare. How can it be fair? And I think it's more fair if Jeff connect to both of family, and I think both family will get the same thing from Jeff, because we know in all family Jeff have a happy family, and the new family Jeff also have happy family. Of course, this will be fair. And the second speaker said that when the Jeff goes missing, and and their family say the Jeff is passed away and the responsibility goes to mother. Yes, we believe that if the Jeff passed away and then the responsibility goes to mother. Yes, we believe. But since the friend of Jeff found Jeff, the responsibility goes back to Jeff. We believe that because Jeff is already there. Jeff is exists now. And when you say the responsibility become to mother, that's because the Jeff is not exist, and now Jeff is exist. So we believe the responsibility come back to Jeff again. And the second speaker also that it looks like the government go too far to the society life, to the other people life. Yes, we believe that all of family have their authority to take care of their family, but there is several conditions that government need to directly into that family, like this situation. As we know that the old family that, as my first speaker said before, is just the ordinary family, not church family, but they happy. And because of this, because as we know that become a single mother is not easy as you say, and we know when their family say that when their family know that Jeff is passed away, the mother become a single parent, and that's not easy. So if Jeff refuse to reintroduce, of course the mother will become single parent in their life, in entire their life. So I think that's too cruel. So that's why government need to come to this problem and solve this problem to make the better life for all family. Okay, let's come to my team summarize. My first speaker said that if we bring back the Jeff all memories, this will make there is 3 choice. That will give him 3 choice. The first choice is he's still with the new family. The second choice, he will come back to the old family, and the third choice is he will become he will combine, unite in both of family. And I think the 3 of the option have a good thing in the option. Firstly, if Jeff still in his new family, but at least he already have memories about his old family. Of course, he know about his children. Of course, he has the responsibility to his children. Like my second speaker said that, of course, even he just stay with the new family, but he as a father, as a good father, as my first speaker said, Jeff is wise man. As a wise man, of course, he will fulfill the needs of his children in the old life, in old family. And even if the Jeff choose the old family, of course, the Jeff wise man, of course, he can spend time to both of family. And if Jeff choose the both of family, of course Jeff because Jeff is wise a man, of course he can live together. He can control their family. Because the new family have no kids. Of course, Jeff have not really big trouble to control both of family. And my second speaker said, but the responsibility of Jeff is not about money but love, and it's not just about to the children but to his old wife. Of course, not just children need love. Of course, the old wife also need love from Jeff, and the both of them, the new wife and old wife also need love from Jeff. And by bring back this memories, of course, Jeff also can share his love to new family and to old family. So that's why that means that will bring the good to both of sides. And so why we believe we should possibly Jeff to remind his old memory, because he don't know what of kind is old life. So that's why we believe this motion should be stand. Thank you.
Okay. The next we invite the third speaker from the opposition team. Time is yours.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before coming to my team summaries, let me give some rebuttal to the government team. First of all, about the rebuttal the government gives to the opposite team about dictate. The government said that Jeff doesn't know anything about the old families, so that the government can dictate his choice. So to force their to force Jeff to remember the old memories. But actually, Jeffrey already tell about their families. Jeffrey already tell he also had a happy life in the previous family. So that's why the government cannot dictate the Jeff, because he already know that he also have a good family in good life in the old family. Next, about connect, but family is not fair. Why is it? The government said that it is fair. It isn't fair, but the government said it is a fair, but it's not acceptable to the both family. When the old family is not happy with the new wife, well, meanwhile the new wife do not happy with the old wife or the husband. So this will be a clash between the wife. So they cannot peace in the same family. Next, no. About the responsibility goes to the father. The father is has responsible to the to his children. But actually, if he left his wife, that means he do not have any responsibility to take care of the old family. He just need to take care of his new family. He need to make his new wife happy. He need to work to find some money. He doesn't have right to concern about the old family. No. So actually the responsible goes to the mother and the old parents maybe. Next, the government action goes too far that dictates the government action is too far because they are interfere with someone's family. Government should concern about the family problem, except it is a request from the whole family, and it is really crucial from the whole family. But the government said it is the motion said it is the friend who wants to return his memory, not the whole family. Okay, next about the arguments. Arguments from the government team. They said about the choices that Jeff have when he return his memory return. First choice, second choice, and third choice. But three of the choices make a hurting to the three sides of the family. To the wife, the second and third choice, the new wife will suffer. In the first choice, the whole family also still suffer. And the second, no. And then this combined, the clash that will happen, like what I said before. Next, about the old wife also needs love from the father. The government said that the old wife also needs love from its father. What if the old wife find a new husband rather than hunting for the old husband? It is a better idea because he has already have a family. Okay, let's come to my theme summaries. First, from the first speaker, the government cannot dictate someone's choice. Someone's choice cannot be dictated when people have made up their minds. Here, perhaps Jeff have reason why he refuses why he don't want to remember to return about his old family. First, perhaps he felt he was guilty about the old family, and he do not want to hurt his new wife feeling or abandon her, or he knows that when he returned, the old family, the feeling of the old family is broken because he already had a new wife. So that the government cannot force him, even though you think your action is good. It won't be the best decision anymore if you force him. Forcing something is always resulting in a bad situation. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.